Hey guys, Bobby B here. Oh, when I channel like that, I channeled just a little while ago. I was asking some crazy stuff. Boy, it really, it really takes a lot out of me. How do you like my new haircut? It's totally different, isn't it? It's a whole new style. You probably don't notice, but man, what a difference it makes. Wow. People have already said, "Wow, Bobby B, you've really changed yourself." I'm kind of like a Renaissance man anyway. There's so many things I do, and I'm just pretty fascinating in my own little mind, of course. Anyway, I just wanted to do it. Got me ready for those. They come into this reality. I'm gonna take another one of those Anunnaki guys out. I'm hoping to see one of his little gray, those little gray bastards. The ones that I guess the Greys, what they call the Greys, the ones that, like Whitley Schreiber and those guys that talk about those little Greys, and they got the big teardrop eyes, and they got the little bitty bodies. You see them when you watch like Stargate Atlantis, those guys. I guess they use those guys kind of like little robots. I guess they're like clones or something. And then Anunnaki dudes, they use those guys to, do their little minion work or whatever, and of course if they take some casualties, who cares? They just have them on the assembly line. That's what I heard. I don't know. I don't have a lot of knowledge about that stuff, but anyway, hey, this is going to be another little quick thing on the economic crisis. And how to survive, and we've talked about a lot of things. I won't go into those, but one of the things I was going to talk about is that when you one thing we didn't really get into is if you do have some money now. I mean, probably not me, of course. I don't have any money to worry about. But I was thinking if you did have some money, and you were wondering, what do you do with it now? Like, let's say you had some cash sitting in a bank, or whatever the amount is. It could be 25, 35, $100,000, a million. A million. I wish I had a million. I'd buy another one, a bunch of these bigger ones, But anyway, if you had that kind of money, what would you do? I mean, if you hear about the hyperinflation's coming, and you know that you don't really want to buy real estate right now. That's going down. The stocks, I wouldn't want to put it in the stock market, and I've already put some gold and stuff away, which is always a good idea. And you bought some gold and silver, and you got your food, and you got all the other things done. You got your food, and you got all that stuff aside. What do you do? Do you just leave it in the bank, whatever? Since you've kind of taken it out of you've taken it out of the stock market. You sold your real estate or whatever. You got rid of it. What do you do if you're just sitting on some cash? Well, that's a good question, and I was just thinking about some things. I don't know if it'll help you, but just share them with you. First of all, I think right now we're kind of in a state of we're in the not in the beginning stages, but definitely in the big main part of the deflation part of it. I think we're going to see some deflationary effects even get more so because we keep losing hundreds of thousands of jobs a month, so nobody's got money, and so what's going to happen is people are obviously what's going to happen. It's what's happening, and the reason the economy is spiraling now is people have stopped spending money. So all the manufacturers, the car dealers, everybody that has crap to sell, they're having to lower their price or dump their inventories. They haven't really got there yet. You notice they're not. I mean, even car dealers, their prices are still crazy. Yeah, they're offering incentives and stuff, but you go to the store, the prices are fairly normal. But as this gets worse in the deflationary stage, they're going to have to start dumping that inventory. They're going to have to start getting rid of it just to entice people to buy and also just to stay afloat. I mean, they got to get rid of the crap. I mean, they got bills to pay too, right? So I think we're going to see a stage of deflationary occurring, over the next few months. I'm not sure how long it's going to last time-wise, but I think when it gets really going good, that could be a time to come in and buy up some stuff with your cash. Possibly buy up some more products, things to hold, things for to store, food, medical supplies, ammunition, whatever you're going to store up on. Maybe even some bigger items, whatever it may be. But before hyperinflation sets in is what I'm saying. So you might want, I don't think we're there yet. So if you got cash, hold on to it maybe for a while, I would think. And then as the deflation gets really, really severe, that's when you want to step in with your cash before hyperinflation, buy up as much crap as you can, including gold, silver, coins, all kinds of stuff. Also, any kind of supplies you want, buy it up because it's going to get really cheap, And then stuff actually that you could trade or barter would be good, like tobacco, alcohol, firearms, of course. Anything that you can think of. I mean, that we'll be using that you normally use, alcohol, coffee, cigarettes, whatever people normally use. Go in and buy a bunch of that stuff when it gets really cheap, and use that as part of your storage of wealth, because it will be, buddy. I mean, if you could, if you could use that as a storage of wealth, and then as hyperinflation sets in, you want to be out of your cash. Convert it all to gold or whatever you can, or hard tangible assets. Maybe you buy some real estate by then. Yeah, some cars or whatever. Depends on how much money you have. I mean, I could barely buy a nice dinner at the McDonald's. But anyway, if you win that situation, that's the way you do. Buy when buy a bunch of stuff up when hold on to your cash now, and then buy a bunch of stuff up when the deflation gets really going really well. You don't want to do it. You may not want to hold, get what you need now, but hold off until it gets, because we're going to see a lot more deflation. I mean, houses are still coming down, car dealers are going out of business. It can get a lot more deflated than it is now, trust me. And then you could buy in at that point, and then get out of your cash completely before the hyperinflation sets in, because it will. I mean, that's a trillion. But anyway, just an idea. I just thought I'd throw it out there. Part of the surviving the economic mayhem, collapse, or whatever you want to call series. I'd like to take one of these things, one of those bank. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Talk to you later.